Languages are the heartbeat of human culture, shaping how societies communicate, express emotions, and pass on traditions. However, throughout history, many languages have gone extinct, often due to factors such as colonization, cultural assimilation, and the dominance of more widespread languages. While these dead languages no longer serve as a tool for everyday communication, they offer us invaluable insights into the past, the evolution of human society, and the way we understand language today. Here are 10 dead languages and the important lessons we can learn from them. 1. Latin. Once the dominant language of the Roman Empire, Latin is now considered a dead language, though it still influences many modern languages, particularly the Romance languages like Spanish, French, and Italian. What we can learn from Latin is its profound impact on Western civilization, especially in areas like law, medicine, and science. Latin's logical structure and widespread use during the medieval period helped preserve knowledge during the Dark Ages and continues to shape technical terminology today. 2. Ancient Egyptian. The language of the ancient Egyptians, written in hieroglyphs, was one of the longest-lived and most influential in history. Ancient Egyptian is now extinct, but it provides us with invaluable insights into early civilization, religion, and culture. The Rosetta Stone, which helped decipher this language, teaches us the importance of bilingual texts in translating and preserving lost knowledge. Learning from ancient Egyptian also helps us understand the role of art in communication, as hieroglyphs combine both visual and verbal elements. 3. Sumerian. Regarded as the first written language, Sumerian emerged in Mesopotamia around 3500 BCE. Although no longer spoken, it heavily influenced later languages such as Akkadian. From Sumerian, we learn about the origins of writing and record keeping, as well as the early development of legal systems, administrative practices, and trade. The Sumerian cuneiform script marks one of humanity's earliest attempts to systematically document history and thoughts. 4. Ancient Greek. Though modern Greek is still spoken today, ancient Greek, the language of philosophers like Plato and Aristotle, is no longer in use. The legacy of ancient Greek lives on through its immense contribution to philosophy, science, mathematics, and literature. From this language, we learn about the foundations of Western thought and the importance of intellectual debate in shaping modern ideologies. Additionally, the Greek alphabet influenced the development of many other alphabets, including the Latin script. 5. Sanskrit. Sanskrit is an ancient language that was widely used in the Indian subcontinent, primarily for religious texts such as the Vedas and epics like the Mahabharata and Ramayana. While Sanskrit is still studied and used in religious contexts, it is no longer a spoken language. The lesson we can learn from Sanskrit is its role in preserving cultural and spiritual knowledge through sacred texts. Sanskrit also offers insights into linguistic structures and the development of Indo-European languages. 6. Old Norse. Old Norse, spoken by the Vikings and Scandinavian peoples during the medieval period, is a dead language that has had a significant influence on modern Scandinavian languages. From Old Norse, we learn about the complex social structures and mythologies of Viking society. The preservation of sagas and poetry in Old Norse also emphasizes the importance of oral traditions in passing down cultural stories and values, as well as the role of language in shaping national identities. 7. Classical Hebrew. Classical Hebrew, the language of the Hebrew Bible, was not widely spoken for many centuries but was later revived in the 19th and 20th centuries as modern Hebrew. While Classical Hebrew is no longer a spoken language, it continues to be studied for religious, cultural, and historical purposes. From Hebrew, we learn about the power of language to connect people with their religious and cultural heritage, as well as the ways languages can be revived and transformed over time. 8. Ancient Aramaic. Aramaic was once spoken across the Middle East and was the language of Jesus Christ. While it has largely died out, there are still small communities that speak Aramaic in isolated regions. The study of Aramaic teaches us about the spread of cultures and religions, as it was the lingua franca of many empires. It also provides insight into the history of Christianity and the development of sacred texts in different languages. 9. Gothic. The Gothic language was spoken by the Goths, an ancient Germanic tribe, and it eventually fell into disuse. However, the Gothic Bible, translated by the missionary Ulfilas, serves as one of the earliest examples of a Germanic language written down. Gothic reminds us of the evolution of language in response to the spread of Christianity and the importance of language preservation in keeping historical records intact. It also highlights the fluid nature of languages and the ease with which they can fade away. 10. Etruscan. The Etruscan language, spoken by the Etruscan civilization in Italy before the rise of Rome, is a language that remains partially understood. Etruscan has contributed to our understanding of early Italic civilizations, though much of it is still a mystery. The lesson from Etruscan is the importance of archaeological and linguistic research in uncovering lost languages and understanding the societies that spoke them. It also highlights the challenges of interpreting ancient languages without complete records. While these dead languages no longer serve as living modes of communication, they continue to offer us valuable lessons in history, culture, and the evolution of human thought. From the origins of writing to the development of intellectual traditions, dead languages hold keys to understanding how civilizations have shaped and shared their knowledge. By studying these languages, we not only preserve the past but also learn valuable insights into the power of language and communication that continue to influence our world today.